As the 2013-2014 school year comes to an end, the University of Wisconsin-Whitewater's plan to build for the future is only heating up. UW-Whitewater Vice Chancellor of Student Affairs Jeff Arnold talks about the proposal of the university's master plan.
The master plan is a space needs analysis. We'll look at our existing space, the sort of course load, the activity that goes on campus, and make an assessment as to whether that space is adequate. And then we'll do some projections, assuming the campus continues to grow at a certain level. What do we anticipate needing in the next maybe 15 years for space as the campus continues to grow, as we add new programs, as the academic affairs side looks at doing new things, will we have the facilities to support that?
One of the most detailed areas of the master plan is featured in residence life. Multiple dorms and dining halls are expected to be built, with the demolition of Wells East and Wells West. Director of Residence Life, Frank Bartlett, describes the details.
The overall plan for residence life is to renovate residence halls, to build new residence halls, and long-term also to replace wells. And it's an interesting process because we're going to be building anywhere from 4 to 6 new residence halls, plus taking care of all the low rises that we haven't taken care of to date.
Bartlett describes where the possible new residence halls will potentially be located.
Well, the first building is looking to go just west of Fisher Hall. There's a triangular green space, and that's where the residence hall is looking to be seated for the time being. 2 of the other residence halls are looking to go off Starin Road, on potentially in the area where the visitor center is, and also Lot 8, which is on the other side of Warhawk Drive, closer to the West Campus parking lot. The 4th residence hall is looking to go on Esker Hall. So that's a location with Esker shifting to where the Fisher parking lot and where the tennis courts are, as well as the potential 5th residence hall is also in that particular area where the tennis courts at green space. And then the 6th residence hall will be over where Wells is currently located.
With new residence halls being built on the north side of campus, where other current parking lots are, directly behind me is where the master plan proposes a new parking structure will be.
The proposed parking structure is right now slated for about 600 cars. It would replace, it's on a space that would that currently has 200 surface parking spots, and then there would be a net gain of 400 in that one location. And the intent of that is to provide a concentrated parking location in the southern half of campus where the majority of the academics are.
I think that's one of the things that makes us attractive, is the ability for students to park cars on campus, and I think that's something campus is going to have to evaluate. If we want to at some point go to a lottery, will that change the demand or the attractiveness of this campus?
Although many residential buildings are expected to be built, the additions and renovations of several academic and residence halls are expected to take place within the next few years.
Winter is one of our first building renovations that we're asking for. Hopefully we'll get it in 15-17, but the planning needs to start in the next couple months on that one.
The first new academic facility may be in addition to Upham that will be sort of a multi-purpose. The other site that we've identified is along the Drumlin, sort of behind Lot 2, and that would be a multi-purpose facility as well. It would support the arts, it could support letters and sciences.
One of the most interesting areas of the master plan includes the additions and potential new buildings for athletics. Interim Athletic Director Amy Edmonds describes the many changes coming to UW-Whitewater.
Since 2009, we've been working on a softball building, which would be right behind the current bleachers, and the top level would be level with the top of the bleacher, and that would have a press box, which is critically important when we're hosting all these activities. And unfortunately, the spring isn't very kind for our spring program, so we definitely need something to shelter and be able to have athletic events out there.
With the addition of the softball complex, the university also proposed a new indoor facility just west of the Williams Center.
That would be a turfed area where all of our programs could go in there and use it. So it would be about 70 yards in length, so it wouldn't be a whole football field, but it would be a majority of one, of which then soccer, track, baseball, softball, you name it, everybody would be able to go in there and function and practice.
One of the biggest questions still remaining is where will the funding for the master plan come from?
It's a partnership between the state and the campus. So the state has really funded 3/4, the state and the institution funds 1/4, and we've been fortunate in that we've been having enrollment increases, which generates tuition dollars that you don't anticipate. We've also had non-resident students returning to campus. We're starting to see a larger number of non-residents, and they add to the sort of tuition pool more so than resident students.
Although there is no timetable for when the master plan will be approved, current and future Warhawks can expect great things. Reporting live from the University of Wisconsin-Whitewater, I'm Alex Urban.